men's soccer team as they advance to the round of 16 or the knockout phase round of the FIFA World Cup. We'll play Belgium on Monday at 7 o'clock. Malik Tillman is my new favorite player. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We welcome in Roll Tide Ron Fowler, 109 The Game, Tuscaloosa. He is currently at Floribama, and he is under one of the tables as he karaoke'd all night long, and he's got his toes in the sand underneath one of those outside tables, but he's ready to talk about Kalen DeBoer and whether or not he's on the ropes after Indiana smoked Alabama to wrap up the year last year. Ron Fowler, if Alabama goes 8-4 this year, will you wear a I Love Hugh Freeze pullover for 5 straight days on your show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because I don't think Alabama's going 8-4. But, hey, going back to the Floribama, would you believe if I told you I've never been in the Floribama?
Well, knowing you, yes. Yeah, I would.
But let me say this, and I love John McGinnis, who owns it. He's part of a Bama lunch group that I do when I'm in Gulf Shores here on Tuesday at Doc's. And, I know him, but I've never been in Floribama. But I hear great things. Listen, I mean, it's a place that is a long way from where I'm at. It takes me probably 45 minutes to get over to get over Floribama. But
hey,
no, but going back,
don't worry. There's plenty of people listening that have gone to the Floribama.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, that are listening right now. And believe me, I've been there. I mean, I'm not one to tear down the place and right. So on, but I have been there.
Isn't it like? Okay, so my understanding, because I've heard Kenny Chesney do a concert live there,
right?
And it's like women's underwear, bras are hanging from everywhere. Isn't that kind of like?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the allure, I guess, or whatever. Okay. Yeah, look, it's an anything goes, total dive bar on the beach that doesn't make sense, but makes sense. And they've actually made it a lot better. So the last 20 years, I've transitioned. I only go once every few years, but it's a much more. I'll go in at 2:00 in the afternoon, have a super ice cold beer, and maybe a po' boy, and then I'm out of there. But hey, for the people who are still howling at the moon at midnight, 2 and 3 a.m., more power to them.
Well, I will say this: I go to the Floribama liquor store across the street. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this is kind of crazy because I drive down. Because remember now, Alabama, we don't have the lottery here, so I drive down to the liquor store not to get liquor because I don't drink. I drink one drink. But I get me a donation to the Florida Education Fund. Just like when I come through Mississippi, I make a donation to you guys.
I love it.
And I'm trying to listen, and I play 6 numbers, and this is the biggest gump in all. I play national titles from Alabama's years.
Of course
so
you do.
If I ever win this thing, I'm going to have to split it with another Alabama fan. Because somebody else out there is the same thing. They play the national championship. See, you guys don't have that problem in Ole Miss.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to play 6 numbers or Mississippi State. But over here, we have to decide which national titles we play. Mm-hmm. Which ones are your favorite.
I mean, some of them are mythical, but y'all do have several, no doubt. I mean,
which ones?
I give your SID. Ones? I can't remember the article that I read years ago about the SID.
Wayne Atkinson.
Yeah,
Wayne Atkinson.
He was savvy enough. What was this, 50, 60 years ago or whatever?
In the early 80s, and he now works for the Billy Graham Library up in North Carolina. So he's a very highly integrity guy. But we had never really claimed our national titles. We had so many of them. It's like, how many? And there's actually years that we don't claim that we have.
Good, because some of them you claim are bogus. That's
41,
okay.
41's the only one you can argue.
Yeah, 41 should go to Mississippi State. And people have made a strong case for that, but they couldn't get back from San Francisco after they won their last, I don't remember what bowl. I mean, there was only a few bowls. I can't remember what the story is, but something about getting back, the train broke down, blah, blah. It's a great Johnny Cash story. If it was, I'm kind of butchering it, But Mississippi State, and because they're so not savvy, by the 1970s or 80s, they should have claimed that 1941 title easily when you see what they did. So something it was.
Yeah, that was a big year.
It was a big year.
Because they never forget Pearl Harbor, because the day after they won their only SEC championship, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
In football, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know my Mississippi State history, and I respect Mississippi State. I don't respect Ole Miss, because that's Alabama arrogance, Vanderbilt trophy cabinet. Mississippi State, I respect. Ole Miss, do not. Alabama arrogance, Vanderbilt trophy cabinet's what Ole Miss is. But I respect State.
I
would connect with State people. Down to earth, just, hey, I'm glad to be here. Farm boys, loved it. See, that's me.
Right.
That's me. Probably should have went to Mississippi State.
And so I wish y'all played Ole Miss this year after this drop that you just did. Okay, so let's get into Alabama. It's a weird time for y'all because I can tell that your fan base is restless, and y'all went to the college football playoff. You go on the road and get a good win against Oklahoma, and then you go out and you get punked by a basketball school that we're still trying to really wrap our brain around, that they actually won the national championship in the Indiana Hoosiers. What has the temperature been like since the embarrassment in the Rose Bowl?
Okay. Last week, we featured my first radio host from Eugene, Oregon. Kid you not. Oh. And let me tell you why we did this. Because they also got punked by Indiana, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was like 55-22 or whatever. But everybody only forgets Alabama because we're held to different standards. I get that.
Sure.
As we should be. So I wanted to go out there and ask them where their fan base is in the 7 stages of grief of losing to that game. Okay? Because Alabama fans are still in stage 1, and we've been like 180 days. So I finally called the audience out. I said, guys, okay, either I'm going to have to get a sports psychologist on the show to walk us through the 7 stages of grief, but we're still in the first phase. We're not even made it to anger, which is stage 2. Denial. I mean, we're still in shock, because it was a physical beating, and there was some things in that game that you didn't like, right? It appeared, I don't think they did, but it appeared like they quit. It was almost like, okay, oh, come on, let's just get this 60 minutes. And that's not acceptable in Tuscaloosa. And it's not acceptable in Kayla DeBoer. It's not acceptable for the Alabama fans, the coaches. And let me tell you this, the players going through off-season training right now have heard more about Indiana than they can ever remember. Anytime there's a need of a motivation, all you have to say is 38-3. And the players understand that last rep or that other lap or that other stadium bleacher that they've got to run is a reminder of 38-3. It has been a constant motivation of the off season. So when you're puking in a trash can because you've ran too many laps, 38-3. So trust me, those players remember 38-3 too. And it's been a big focus of the off season internally, not externally, but internally inside that building. It was a beatdown.
How Roll Tide Ryan Fowler, 109 The Game, Tuscaloosa. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line. The show is driven by your next GMC Sierra truck at Fowler GMC, Pearl Brandon.
That's my cousin.
Yes, there's no doubt. Ryan Fowler, Fowler GMC. How much more salt in the wound is it knowing that a former Alabama assistant that nobody knows in the Alabama fan base was the head coach for Indiana in Kurt Signetti, because he was tucked way down on that staff when he was there?
And he was not a very likable guy. You got to remember, the coaches really didn't connect with him. He was he was a really oddball, right? Really strange, kind of still is, right? I mean, he's still kind of got that quirkiness that is just kind of awkward. And that's what he was here. I mean, if you talk to any of the coaches that coached with him, he was kind of kind of an oddball. Yeah, I mean, from Greg Burns' standpoint, there has been some topics, because he was in the same hiring cycle as Kalen DeBoer. Should Greg Byrne, and Greg Byrne well as anybody, probably better than most. I trust Greg Byrne's evaluations. I mean, he's had one strikeout when you look at coaches, and that was Brad Bohannon that he hired from Auburn. You never go get Auburn's coaches, okay? They get trained different, no telling what they do. They go gamble on baseball and get fired and all the different things. But Greg Byrne knows how to hire coaches. You got to trust his evaluation process, because he was brought to Tuscaloosa to replace Nick Saban. And my understanding is the comprehensive analytics that he went into calculating, what have you been able to do with this much talent? What have you been able to do with this much talent? And I do think that he hired Kalen DeBoer because Kalen DeBoer's been able to do a lot with very little. Washington didn't have UW, didn't have this tremendous NIL fund when he got there. I think DeBoer has said it on record, like less than $100,000 was in their NIL fund when he got there. And they built that up. So I just trust Greg Byrne. When you look at hiring coaches and Kalen DeBoer, you have to applaud a man who is willing to raise his hand and say, I'll follow Nick Saban.
Or call him crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, because this fan base is crazy. I mean, it is. And listen, he's had a chance. He had a chance. Listen, Michigan would have rolled out the red carpet.
That was done. I mean, that's why Byrne had to give him that, what was it, $75 million contract or something?
Yeah, but I don't think it was done. I never believed that. Nicole Auerbach, I think she had that wrong. I think she missed that.
Oh, maybe all right, I misspoke. There was heavy interest. Michigan wanted him. How about that?
Oh, no, no.
And DeBoer was at least intrigued.
2 blank checks.
Is that fair?
Yes. I don't think he ever engaged in anything. Jimmy Sexton may have to use it for leverage. Jimmy Sexton does Jimmy Sexton type things. And you got to credit. Listen, my fan base over here exploded when that contract came down. Like, you're extending the guy?
Right.
Oh, no, whoa. Let him prove it. But that's Jimmy Sexton. Jimmy Sexton's not going to not get his client a raise when his client was wanted by multiple different people, right? Penn State wanted him. Michigan wanted him. But the problem with Michigan is they offered him a blank check for both the NIL and the salary. Hey, fill these 2 checks out. And he said, no, I'm going to stay in Tuscaloosa. To me, that believes that he's got something special. But I also think he enjoys Tuscaloosa. I think he enjoys the environment here. He's a competitor. He's, as he said, he's been doubted at a lot of places.
Sure.
He's been.
Oh, his track record. I mean, he had to work his way up. I mean, he won in the Midwest, and then he, like you said, he won in Washington. Now, and it hasn't been a failure by any stretch in Tuscaloosa. It's just like you said, he followed
not
Saban.
Alabama standards,
right?
Not Alabama standards,
and it changed as he was taking the job. Everything changed to where you could never have what Kirby and Saban had prior to this shift, and now we've got the watered down Bama, Georgia, LSU will never be as deep, all that. So yeah, no, I get
Absolutely.
it. So
and he's going through, because Nick Saban told you he couldn't do it, because if he could do it at the pace that he was doing it, he wouldn't have hung up the headset.
No, I think he would have stayed a couple. I agree. He would have stayed at least a few more years, and he was like, I'm good. It was a good move, though, I think, for Saban to become the voice of college football and all that. All right, so Roll Tide, Ryan Fowler, 109 the game, Tuscaloosa on the Out of Bounds show. Alabama got a transfer, 2 of them, but let's talk about the offensive line transfer from Mississippi State. Javen James, he played left tackle for Mississippi State. Evidently, the Alabama offensive staff thinks enough of him to move a freshman All-American at Alabama from right tackle to right guard, and Javen James is going to start at right tackle for the University of Alabama, Mississippi State transfer. Is that right, Ron Fowler?
He's got a great chance, because when you come out of the spring, when we asked the question, because I'd kind of heard, hey, Michael Carroll's going to get bumped inside, and he played right tackle, and I was going, hold on a minute. Now, that doesn't really make sense because they really don't have a lot of options unless they're going to play either Nick Brooks or Ethan Fields, which you guys know a lot about Ethan Fields.
Yeah.
Where's he going to slide? Is like I kept trying to go, okay, I know they signed some versatile offensive linemen, but not really like starters. Now, they did get a guy from Michigan that they think can possibly be down the road, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I keep hearing this Michael Carroll bumping inside, and it simply is because of the confidence that they have behind Javen James, that since he's walked in that building, he's been an ultimate kind of professional. Now, he's an older player, so he walks in understanding, hey, I got to get it, right? I got to walk in. I'm given an opportunity. And in the spring, he made them feel comfortable enough that they moved a freshman All-American right tackle into now, that's different than All-American for the Vanderbilt people listening. You guys probably don't know a lot about that. But freshman All-American is different than All-American. He was just recognized as a freshman, like Football Writers Association All-American. But they bumped him inside, and he really fits that role. He's more of a guard than he is a tackle, but he had to play tackle last year because they just didn't have any options.
Okay.
And so to make him feel, and he's an IMG guy, big time recruit was last year. But they're going to slide him inside because they feel so comfortable with Javen James at that right tackle spot. And I know Mississippi State fans know a lot about him. 9 out of the 11 games he started at left tackle. I know that was because of injuries and some other things, but they feel comfortable with him at that right tackle spot going into the summer camp. And I don't think he's done anything to kind of lose that.
And so they were impressed with Javen James at right tackle in the spring, right?
They were. And everybody I've spoke to, just an ultimate kind of, all about football. Hey, dialed in, not one of these guys that wants to go, party, do this type of, college kid things, that he's just all football, all business at that right tackle spot. And Adrian Clem, I'm sure, has been a part of that. I hear good things about him as far as an offensive line coach, and maybe they just found a way to connect. But he's really the key.
Where'd he come in?
Offensive line.
I know y'all couldn't run block. You couldn't block me last year as far as the running game
or me.
Where's this new offensive line coach from? Where'd he come in from?
So Adrian Clem is a guy that's got a lot of experience. If you remember the Oregon team a couple of years ago, I want to say it was like 2022. They ran the football physically. That was Adrian Clem's offensive line. So Caleb DeBoer knew him from being out on the West Coast.
I got
But
you.
he spent time in the NFL. He was going through a little bit of a medical issue, but he came from USC. So he came from USC. He was a defensive analyst there last year, but he was the Patriots offensive line coach in the NFL. He was the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line coach multiple years.
I thought he had an NFL pedigree. So I've only got a couple of minutes here about.
Well, I can go two segments.
Well,
you want to go 3?
So, and we may do that. Alabama's ranked like 47th in recruiting. Is this proof that blue chip players don't want to go to Tuscaloosa anymore?
Well, no, and we were doing this yesterday. Of number of 3 stars these SEC schools are signing, it's crazy. How many 3 stars? Like if you just pick up random Tennessee, I think they've got like 13 or 14 3 stars. Alabama has had a big class when it comes to retention.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last 2 classes, I think it's 47 out of the last 48 players are still here. They've lost one guy, Micah DeBose, Theodore. And what I think this is Kalen DeBoer saving money because you're going to have to pay some of these younger players because when you pay them, that just gets them on campus. And then the first year they perform, then you have to add money to that.
Right.
I knew that it was going to be a smaller class. I was told that it might be as few as like 12 or 14. I think they may be able to get that up to 15 or 16. But it's going to be a really super small class. Now, they do have the number 1 quarterback in the country.
I see
Elijah Haven out of Dunham Spring or Dunham School out in Baton Rouge. They've also got another quarterback. They fulfilled some needs, but they're not going to be a big spender in this class. I think some of that is they're saving it for retention for the upcoming class. If this team performs the way that some of these young players are expected to perform, then you're going to have to pay these guys.
Okay.
You know, like quarterback,
All right.
Keelan Russell.
I got a minute and a half. Who's going to? You're playing a new quarterback. Who is it going to be? And are you confident that he's not going to screw it up?
All right. There was a Manning Passing Academy this weekend. Our friend Mike Detillier covered. Alabama did not send a guy down there. That tells me that it's a true competition. They haven't not sent one.
You can only send one. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a true competition. But if you're asking me to bet my money, $1,000 in Vegas, I'd put it on Keelan Russell.
Okay.
But I'm not counting Austin Mack out. He's proved me wrong 3 times. I thought he would get in the portal twice. He didn't do that. He's a fighter. His dad was an Army fighter pilot. He's got a fighter mentality, and he's got a skill set. He needs to learn how to throw on the run a little bit better and improve that accuracy. If he does, then he's got a shot at this job. If not, it's Keelan Russell, the young man out of Duncanville High School. I think he's got the it factor that it takes to be a big-time quarterback in this Kalen DeBoer system.
All right. Okay.
Roll Tide. Hey, but I want to take up for Ole Miss real quick.
Okay, go
I know
ahead.
I took a shot at him.
Yeah.
But I did take up for Ole Miss when the Lane Kiffin saga. I think Lane Kiffin's a scumbag, and I think he did Ole Miss wrong. And I know you keep saying that I'm just taking up for Ole Miss, but I really am.
Okay.
I took up for Ole Miss over here. I thought Lane Kiffin did you guys wrong. And if any Ole Miss fans want to get together, we'll share some stories of Lane Kiffin in Tuscaloosa. I'll give you guys some ammo, and you give me some ammo.
Well, you've given me some ammo. However, I haven't shared any of that on the air. But yes, you covered him for 3 years. You live in Tuscaloosa,
Woo!
and you've told me some stories that are unbelievable. Hey, I want to make sure that you've got the red, white, and blue Speedo ready for this afternoon. Love you, buddy.
250th. Yeah, Roll Tide.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
See you,
Roll
dude.
Tide. RTR. See you.
All right. Roll Tide, Ryan Fowler, 109 the game, Tuscaloosa. He confirms Alabama's going 8-4. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. The show is brought to you by Burgers Blues Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood. Check out their smash burger today.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
Is now awarded.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9.
All set? Let's go.
The Zone.
By the way, I'm a fan.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Every single one of those is just coated perfectly. It looks so fresh. Wow.
And here we go. Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Good morning to you. Happy red, white, and blue summer. United States men's soccer continues to win. We love it. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We're always powered by Pearl River Resort and our friends at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. And inside the Golden Moon, the Vegas-style sports book, full bar, and food menu. And then you always want to cap it off with Philip M's Steakhouse on the property of PearlRiverResort.com. Bo Bounds, ice cream drinks with you. Red, white, and blue summer. And Malik Tillman is my favorite player. But I'm open to add one, maybe two. They look like they're 20 years old to me. World-class freak athletes. Incredible. The way that they can move like that without ever stopping. It's pretty incredible. So Bosnia out, Belgium next up. We need to find a way, even though they beat us 5-2 in March. You never know. It's why you got to roll it out, and maybe we can make them uncomfortable and take it to the last few minutes of the game, and maybe kick one in or take it to penalty kicks and somehow beat them. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? This place would be upside down. I mean, we're already going to celebrate the next few days after the Bosnia win, but man, we'll just tee it up and take on Belgium Monday night. You got more World Cup though, for those of you who and a lot of you are just betting on it, which is fun within your budget. But today we've got Spain, which, if you've listened to this show, I love Spanish wine. It's my favorite wine in the world, by miles. Spain versus Austria. So I'll go for Spain, and I don't have anything against Austria. Portugal against Croatia. I like Portuguese wine, so I'm going to go with Portugal over Croatia. And I don't have anything against Croatia. And then at night, we've got Switzerland against Algeria, and I don't really care. So I'll go. Should I flip a coin or go Switzerland?
Switzerland has better cheese.
And I think prettier women.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I'll go with that. It sounds like people like to hang out and drink wine in their ski resorts.
That's right.
I'd be really good at that. I am really good at that. I've done that before, and I was good. So I like to go with people, and then they go and put the skis on, and then I go to the really cool bar and find a great leather chair, and then I can order what I want. And I watch them out through the glass. It works for me really, really well. Bo Bounds, ice cream drinks, Butterfinger homemade ice cream over the weekend. Is that what you told us?
I think that's going to have to be it's at least on the agenda.
Is it on the menu? The red, white, and blue menu?
I hadn't made it there yet, but it's on the way.
Okay.
In the process.
All right. I want a triple helping of potato salad. Do you?
That's going to be bad.
10X mayonnaise?
Man, it's going to be out.
Oh.
In full effect.
This is the biggest potato salad coleslaw weekend of the year. It's not close.
No.
I mean, people got up this morning dreaming about making potato salad all over the country.
It's terrible.
So it's on. You got to have a bite, I think. Or tell me if you do.
You got to mix it with your barbecue beans.
I don't want those either. So I'm good. I'm not a baked beans guy. I mean, I've had them, but they're not good.
Oh, they're so good.
No, they're not. They don't take. I mean, they taste like shoe leather.
No. Oh, them sweet ones are good.
No. Oh no, they're even. No, I want a vinegar based, but I don't want. Yeah, they're healthy.
They're healthy.
Yeah, sweet baked beans are super healthy.
Just sounds healthy.
That's what an endocrinologist is going to tell you,
right.
So that he can add to his 9,000 patient book of business. Yeah, I mean, if you can't make $800K a year in the South as an endocrinologist, what are you doing?
Wrong.
And I may be low. I don't even know. I mean, from Austin, Texas to Savannah, Georgia, it's got to be one of the top 5 jobs.
I would imagine.
Yeah. All right. The show is brought to you by a Pittsburgh rare or medium rare rack of lamb or New York strip from Kessler Prime in the Renaissance, KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. Pair that with an Elijah Craig Old Fashioned. Boom. That's a win. We're ESPN 105.9 The Zone. All right, OOB Nation, are you with us this morning? We need an out-of-bounds roll call. Do I need to throw in 2 rounds of golf to Dancing Rabbit Golf Club? We have an out-of-bounds Patriot hat. It's the red, white, and blue OOB, and out-of-bounds under it. It looks awesome. It's a rope hat. Or you can go with the trucker's hat. And then we'll do a little bar swag for our 4th of July. Red, white, and blue summer America 250. United States continuing to win in the World Cup. Prize pack giveaway.
Nice.
All right. So, Texas 601-885-3776. And tell us how you're listening. 105.9 The Zone or streaming. Where you're listening from. And what's on your menu this weekend. What's on your menu this weekend? Ribs? Homemade ice cream? You doing a brisket? You doing some pulled pork? You smoking some chicken? Maybe you're going to have some wings. What is on the menu for you? 601-885-3776. That's how you enter. And you could win 2 rounds of golf to Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, a super cool OOB Patriot hat, and we'll throw in some Tito's swag. I may find some Michelob Ultra stuff back there, too. I am expecting some koozies from Michelob Ultra. They're the red, white, and blue soccer jersey thing. They're really cool. I picked up a couple last week or whenever I was with the Ultra guys at Fondren Public. They were handing them out. They fit perfectly on a Michelob Ultra or Budweiser bottle. So, highly recommend. And if we get them, I'm giving them away. But that's the OOB red, white, and blue prize pack giveaway with golf at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, OOB merch, and Tito's swag. Is that good? Enter. What's on the menu?
Yeah.
What's on the menu this weekend? Jackson's got Butterfinger homemade ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can also pick up some steaks from Flora Butcher or that stuffed pork chop. And then you can hit Rain Cellars. What you got?
Just looking at the text line. It's just quite humorous. I got the 601 area code car radio. That's where they're listening from.
Okay.
And they're eating glizzies. They're eating them Joey Chestnut style. That means hot dogs. The glizzy.
I think I found some quality hot dogs from like a place almost like Snake River Farms, and that's like super high quality, whatever. But yeah, you throw one of those on the grill and put a little of those, seared marks on there.
Yeah.
And it's hot coming off the grill, and then you put some cold mustard on there with an ice cold Budweiser. Yep, that's red, white, and blue. I could see you doing that.
Oh, I did it last night.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I made jambalaya last night. Same thing.
All right. This guy's listening in Indianola, Mississippi. He's cooking a pork butt and smoked wings this weekend. Back in a second.
look at that.
Oh, yeah. Out of Bounds. ESPN 1059 The Zone. It's a USA red, white, and blue summer. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. And look at this. Is this the Underdog Corn Dog Bowl? Interesting. We're the underdogs Monday against Belgium. Okay. Are the betting lines already out? Okay. Well, that was a rhetorical question. So, actually, when you see the betting lines, let me know. Firecrackers and free kicks. How about that? That's what you got. We won. We beat Bosnia. We played Belgium. You're excited. I'm excited. The country partied all last night, especially all the young people on break and so on. Awesome to see. And I'm sure the Floribama was nuts. Roll Tide Ron Fowler joined us at 7:30 today. And we did 24 minutes on Alabama football and the collapse, losing to Indiana 38-3. And they're in the 7 stages of grief. And so things will never be the same, as they can never stockpile talent like they did during the Saban era. However, they've retained 95% of their players the last couple of years. And Roll Tide Ron Fowler believes that this will be the best defense in a while at the University of Alabama. They didn't feel like they used Will Anderson right, and that was a while ago. And then I think Kane Womack has been solid, but they feel like they're bringing back some dudes. And their first 5 games for Bama is a cakewalk. Actually, they're out of their first 5, their toughest one is at Mississippi State, I guess. Florida State at home and South Carolina at home. At Kentucky, I mean, there's not a lot there, period. Okay, but because at Kentucky, Florida State, South Carolina, Mississippi State are not expected to do anything amazing in football. Although South Carolina, again, I'm intrigued. They've had a good defensive coordinator that's carried the program for years. They've been abysmal on offense. Not because necessarily of personnel, just Shane Beamer, good guy, couldn't figure out who to hire because, just part of the deal. And that's where most coaches miss. Look at Jeff Levy. I mean, he's missed on his staff. But Shane hiring Kendall Briles, who, part of that Baylor deal, but then going down with Lane Kiffin to Florida Atlantic. And Lane wanted Kendall Briles as much as Kendall Briles needed a job as OC at the time. And it worked out. They had a good partnership. And then, of course, Kendall went to Arkansas. And with limited assets and resources, I mean, they had plenty. I'm talking about players. They were able to make some stuff happen. And as soon as they won, was it 9 games? Kendall got out of there and went to TCU, right? Yeah. And now he's with Shane Beamer at South Carolina. He's got a guy named Lenora Sellers that Todd McShay, NFL draft guy, a lot of people believe will be a first-round pick with his skill set, and Kendall will make him even better. Out of those teams, Kentucky, Florida State, South Carolina, and Mississippi State, I'd probably give South Carolina as having, the best season. And not that any of them will have any kind of rock star season. And I don't know who Florida State plays. I mean, they should be better than they are. But since Jimbo burned it down and then they hired Willie Taggart and then I can't remember if there was someone else, and now Mike Norvell, they haven't quite been able to get it back on track other than Norvell's season 3 years ago, and they lost their star quarterback right there at the end of the season and got dinged for it. But haven't really recovered since. So, You got Will Stein, which none of you know, at Kentucky, new head coach, Oregon OC. You have Mike Norvell at Florida State. You have Shane Beamer at South Carolina, who you know either as Frank Beamer's son or he coached a couple of years under Sylvester Croom at Mississippi State. And then Bama plays at Mississippi State October 3rd, and that's against Jeff Levy. And we'll see how much Jeff Levy's grown and learned and evolved and so on here in the next couple of months going into year 3. I mean, we'll see if you can turn this. Evidently, you're damn determined to see if this thing will go, even after 7-18 and 1-15. So we'll see how that looks for MSU. Bama in the 7 stages of grief is delicious in football. I've said that, they've won enough. Now, they don't like, they've already won enough. They could never win again, and they've won enough. Yep. Let's be honest, SEC fans, nations, did you enjoy seeing Bama get their doors blown off in the Rose Bowl last year in the college football playoff game against a basketball school in Indiana and get dominated 38-3? The text line is 601-885-3776. Also, something that jumped out at me from Ryan Fowler was not many people connected with Kurt Cignetti while he was an assistant coach at Bama. No. That does not surprise me at all. Kurt Cignetti is a lot like Mike Leach, and Lane and Dan Mullen, but not as much, okay? Coaches that are on the spectrum but can still be absolutely brilliant. And it does not, in a meat, y'all know I use this, in a meatballing sport, in football, where like coaches like to meatball out in the locker room and on the practice field.
Right.
I am not surprised that Kurt Cignetti, who comes off as a nuclear engineering professor, where people would look at him in the Alabama building and go, that guy's odd, weird, and quirky, and I can't really – he's not going to be the guy maybe that goes over to another assistant coach's house who invites several more, and they throw protein on the grill and open cold beers. Not that he doesn't like a cold beer or a rib, but Cignetti's just kind of R2-D2-ish. He's
always calculating.
Well, and I think because he's so bright and intellectual, he's operating at a different level than the typical coach that would be walking through the Alabama football building.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just beat Alabama 38-3. And he had to be sitting there going, I was in the building with Nick Saban for several years. I know how they operate. I know the caliber of athlete that they get. And that was back when Nick could stack it.
Yeah.
Right? 11-12 was when Cignetti was there, among other years. And think about, he knows the NFL talent that walked through that building left and right. And he took his Indiana Hoosiers team to the Rose Bowl, okay, and beat them by 6 touchdowns. Now say that out loud. And then ran Oregon, who had spent a lot more money on their team too, and had top 5 after top 5 class. And Dan Lanning has an unlimited budget. And then he absolutely ran Oregon out of the stadium. That's Kurt Cignetti, or Darth Vader, whatever you want to say. Live in the Bank Plus studio. we're off.
We're gonna give Daddy the Rain Man suite. Do you dig that? We're going to Vegas, Mike.
Vegas! You think we get there by midnight?
Money, we're gonna be up 500 by midnight.
Yeah! Vegas!
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Out of bounds, ESPN 1059 The Zone. Brought to you by Superior Foundation. For all your foundation repairs, French drains, and driveways, parking lots, superior.ms. Number one foundation company in Mississippi, superior.ms. Todd Sandridge and Trey Pace, call them today. Their work is backed with a warranty. Superior.ms. Bowbounds and ice cream drinks here on the red, white, and blue summer tour. We'll be back at Pearl River Resort late next week. Big golf tournament there I'm excited about. And so that will be fun. And Jackson Meadows cannot wait to hammer some potato salad this weekend. Y'all make sure to send Jay Meadows some potato salad and coleslaw. What do you think?
Actually ate coleslaw yesterday.
Cool.
It was on accident.
Okay.
But, B3's got some heater tacos available out here in Madison.
Oh, man.
They're so
People
good.
are raving about Burgers, Blues, Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood, and Madison tacos, which I think is a great move for Steven and the crew.
No doubt. And they only do them in Madison, though.
Okay, only in Madison.
Only Madison.
Madison, Burgers, Blues, Barbecue, B3 tacos.
Tacos, a little trial run.
Did you have one?
Oh, yeah.
Which one did you
I
have?
went with the
which
brisket tacos yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they got those, and they got the Southwest tacos. And
Oh, I love anything Southwest. Something.
Oh, we got a
Okay.
first time we saw them, we got one of each.
Okay, that Southwest taco is calling my name.
It's really good.
Okay.
Well, it's perfect for lunch too because it's light enough to where you don't have to go home and take a nap.
Love it. I'm in. Okay. My buddy Steven on the text line says my guy has USA at minus 120. He's already got that. Is that kind of what you were thinking?
It's minus. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Unless you include the ties.
Okay.
And it's about plus 150 each, plus 165 Belgium, and then plus 230 on the tie.
Okay.
Which is,
what do you think?
The United States is tilted. They are technically a favorite, even though it's very, very close to even. But they're technically a little bit more favorited. Let's say that than Belgium. I can't believe that.
Okay.
A month ago, it's not the case.
Brad. Oh well, yeah.
But we made a run, baby.
Yeah. I love
lines change.
I love that we're winning and we're hosting the greatest. We're the best host in the history of World Cup history, and I love that. And watching all the people come in from other countries and celebrate the USA is really cool. Did you see this? Brad's on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line. Kamish, are you baking cookies for the 4th? So you were a baker during COVID for almost 2 years.
At least.
And probably should have opened a bakery. Well, you basically did out of your house.
We did.
So anyway, because you told us how much money you made, and it was like
it's a good chunk.
$10,000 or $11,000.
It was not bad.
Cooking cookies,
That's all it
baking
was.
cookies. Excuse me.
Yep.
We called you something, but I can't remember what it was. But it was really funny. You're a pastry chef.
Yeah, man, that is fact.
That's what it was. You became a pastry chef during COVID.
Yeah,
incredible.
I felt good about it.
Are you willing to
throw it down
to bake some cookies this weekend? Since we've got a long weekend selling the celebrating America 250.
See, I've been flicking my wrist for so long now. That, I got to choose when to flick my wrist. And I flicked it last night, man, cooking jambalaya. So my wrist is I need to give it a day or two.
Did you cook jambalaya?
Made some jambalaya. How about that?
What in the hell?
Well, I had all that.
Made you decide to cook anything?
Homie from Clinton, Drew.
Do I know Drew?
He brought us the deer meat.
Oh, Drew that won the Tito's prize pack or the Elijah Craig prize pack. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and he dropped me because obviously I needed to cook it, and it's really good.
Oh,
So I took the sausage and bam, 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 bam.
And you made jambalaya.
Made some jambalaya last night. It was like 11 o'clock.
You made jambalaya at 11 o'clock.
It was so good.
Was Mackenzie still up?
No. Dead asleep.
So you made jambalaya by yourself last night?
Yeah. I didn't get home till late. I was doing things till like 9:30.
Okay.
So I had to get home and, get after it.
And then you made it, and it was good?
So good.
All right.
Yeah, I was very pleased. Actually, I cut up an okra and put it in there. I can't believe it. I didn't know I had an okra.
You cut up an okra?
Yeah. I went to my buddy's, I went to his garden around the corner from the house in Eastover.
Okay.
And he let me raid it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was like, here, just take your pick. I was like, I don't know what I need. I don't know what I want. He said, well, all right, we'll hold the bag out.
Okay.
And he just started, picking and throwing.
So you remembered you had some fresh vegetables, which is awesome.
Yes.
I've gotten into going.
And they were good.
I've now turned into that
They were
person.
good.
I go to the farmer's market, and I love it.
Yeah, farmer's markets rule.
And they do rule. And some are better than others. But you cut up an okra and put it in your jambalaya.
Yeah.
Damn nations, I'm impressed.
I felt
This is
great.
unbelievable.
It was impressive.
I never thought that you would tell me that. One,
No.
that you cooked jambalaya. Two, that you actually cut up an okra to put it in your jambalaya.
Nah, I've been cooking jambalaya a while.
Is that something you've been doing for?
Yeah, my mom taught me that when I was a kid.
Okay, got it.
So I knew how to do that one.
Okay, Brad says that you are Mr. DX says you're the bootleg baker.
It's not bad.
I like that. So you were bootlegging
Baked goods.
baked pastry cookies
That's right.
out of your house and made over $10,000.
At least.
It's incredible.
At minimum.
In fact, I think we had. I wish I'd have written it down. We went over it, and maybe it was it was more than that.
I'm just very thankful for that time.
Yeah,
I wish we could go back.
you should have been on. If you'd have started a YouTube channel then,
Oh my God.
and just YouTubed yourself
Be banned.
cooking, it would have been incredible, unbelievable.
It would have. There's got to be. I know that it's pretty hard to violate a lot of things now. Because they allow a lot of things on the internet.
Right.
Some way, somehow, we would have gotten taken down.
Brad says the commish is showing range.
Yeah.
All right. RT on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line said your new nickname is JJ, Jambalaya Jackson.
Well, if there wasn't a Jackson.
Jambalaya Action Jackson. Or just Jambalaya Jackson. Okay. All right. We've got.
It's also my initials.
Oh,
JJ.
JJ.
Yep.
Really?
And Joseph Jackson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So your initials are already JJ.
They are.
Well, we may have to. You've got more nicknames than anybody that's ever worked with me.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So you're Straight Funk, Double Down, and Ice Cream Drinks.
Right.
Then we have to figure out if we can add one more.
Yeah. Provides anonymity.
That's
I
right.
don't know how you say that word, but
No. Well, you did good.
that was close enough.
Nick is on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line. My daughter picked a cucumber right off the vine and bit into it like an apple. Okay. I like cucumbers,
I do too.
Especially-
They're refreshing.
fresh ones,
Yeah.
like the one that Nick is referencing. RT says midnight pastry chef.
That's what it
Okay.
was. Yeah, late.
Were you baking at midnight 1 and 2 a lot?
Ooh, deep in the mornings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't up till about, at least 3, 2, 3.
In the
I
afternoon?
was getting up at like 12 or 11:30.
Okay.
During the
11 to 12 o'clock?
during the pandemic.
Okay.
Golly.
The fake pandemic
The bandemic. That's where we ran up them bands. Made some money.
bands.
We call it bands.
Oh, because you were doing the side hustle of the pastry chef or
making
something?
some money.
Okay, I got it. Good.
Bandemic.
Good.
Wasn't a pandemic. We were all right out there.
Yeah. Out of bounds, you were all right. Out of
Right.
bounds, ESPN 1059 The Zone. live in the Bank Plus studio. Don't forget that our podcast is on Spotify. Search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. We would love for you to subscribe. Spotify, Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. So RT says Jackson's financial pinnacle
Ain't even close.
during COVID.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Just bring it back. I would go through that so many times over and over.
What was your number one seller as a cookie?
It would have been the Funfetti. Funfetti. And I had the Reese's. The Reese's were good. The butterscotch were good, but the Reese's sandwiches were good.
The Reese's sandwiches?
Yeah, get a little icing and put it in the middle of two of them. The cookie sandwiches,
Okay.
like they do downstairs.
Oh, those look amazing. I've never had one, but my God. Beagle Bagel in Madison had about 60 or 70 cookies laid out today.
No, I know.
And they're all red, white, and blue.
They killed
They've
it.
got fun things. What do you call you're doing that with the icing?
Designs.
Yeah, writing with the icing, I assume. But they've got some talented young people down there that come up with all kinds of fun stuff. They've got red, white, and blue cookies for days at Beagle Bagel in Madison.
They kill it.
And they're beautiful.
It's one guy.
He's really talented.
He's so good.
Yeah. He was down there this morning like he was
Oh, he's in the mood.
in,
Oh, dude, he's
locked
in a
in
groove.
and making it look, I couldn't do it. He was making it look great. And he had all the different colors of icing out. Obviously red and blue, but white and I don't know what else.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Shooting stars.
But it
and
looked
whatnot. Looks good.
their little deli area of sweets already looks great, but they've got cookies for days if you want to pick up a few for your peeps at Beagle Bagel in Madison. They've got a couple of pastry chefs down there that are ballers.
That they do.
Seriously.
Oh, like big time. Yeah.
What they've done the last couple of years during all the different holidays is impressive. It's National Disco Day.
All right.
Do you like disco?
I love disco.
You would have been perfect in 1978, being about 20, 21 years old.
No doubt. Oh,
I mean, you would have gravitated to John Travolta right out of the gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No doubt.
What do you think the top song
And you are both
was?
Italian.
That's right. He is. I forget about that.
Yeah.
Forget about that. Old Johnny.
Right.
He's all right. He's all right.
You like him?
Yeah, I mean.
Hell of an actor.
He is a really good actor. He's tailed off, though.
Well, he's,
Of course.
I don't know what he is.
How
Is
old?
he 65?
Is he that young?
I don't
I thought
know.
he was older than that.
He may be old. God, that's a good
He's
question.
72.
Travolta is
Wow.
72.
Wow.
Damn nation.
I
Wow. What a run.
mean, Pulp Fiction,
That was 95-ish.
yeah, 30 years ago.
Yeah. But what I'm talking about when he cut his teeth coming out of the late 70s
Yeah.
during the disco fever time.
Right.
Is
Saturday
what
Night Fever.
Yeah, and doing Grease and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was just as much a musical Broadway actor as he was on the screen. That's why he was so versatile and talented, was his ability to bring his Broadway singing
to the screen.
to films, to the screen.
To be looking back at 1978, the year in the top 5 songs, 2 of them were held down by the Bee Gees, and I love the Bee Gees.
Well, they're fantastic.
They're
What were they?
Night Fever was number 2. Staying Alive, of course, at number 4.
Great song.
I mean, still played today.
All
the time.
All the time.
All the time.
With people,
And it should be.
either on their iPhone
Keep playing it.
or at a party.
Just
I mean, and young people will always have that.
always.
Yeah,
And movies will always have that song in there.
sure.
They use it religiously.
Wonder how much the Bee Gees have made,
Like Generated.
because their songs are still
royalties?
played at a super, super high level.
Let's see.
And how many, if any, are still alive? We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 1059 The Zone, Bo Bounds and Ice Cream Drinks, hanging out with you. I don't know what happened, but Jackson Meadows cooked jambalaya. Yes, last night at 11. Well, it got done at 11 o'clock. I guess he started cooking it at 9:30 or 10.
Yeah.
And I am just as floored as you are.
Yeah, I was too.
And he may break out his COVID pastry chef kind of vibe and bake some cookies over the weekend.
I did a pop-up shop. I'd sell out. I guarantee it.
You would, because we could promote it here.
I know I would. And the people that were buying them then would come right back to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would come say hello for sure.
How many cookies do you think you would sell a week?
Oh, God.
When you were doing the pastry chef thing? Bootleg baker.
I mean, they were coming to get dozens at a time.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was, if I saw 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 15, 20 people a week sometimes. A lot of cookies, man. It's 200 cookies, 150 cookies a week.
Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was a lot of cookies. Well, I mean, I'd have to cook about 48 a night.
Is that what you were doing?
Two batches a night.
2 batches a night.
That kept it rolling.
And what was the Reese's?
Yeah, no, the Reese's were good.
That's what I would have liked. What was the fetty?
The fun fetty.
What was in that?
It was like, man.
Or can you say
your sprinkles and whatnot?
I don't like that.
Sprinkles.
I want chocolate or caramel.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Hey, let's see. You like the butterscotch were good. I like.
Ooh, I
love butterscotch.
I mean, it's not something I crave,
right?
But I'm thinking like some frangelica and ice cream. You get a good snifter glass. You pour a little bit of frangelica, and then you put some really, really good, high quality vanilla ice cream on there.
That's good stuff.
That's pretty good after you smash some ribs or a steak or whatever you're doing, a brisket over the weekend.
Nah, you'd like it would have been the red velvet cake.
No, I don't like.
You don't like red velvet cake?
No,
right.
I'm chocolate caramel.
Yeah,
and a little bit of Butterfinger and that type
I thought red
deal.
velvet cake was just chocolate cake.
I like pecan pie.
Ooh, I did
love pecan pie.
I did break up some pecans and throw them into something. Yeah, walnuts. I was a big walnut guy.
Really?
Love walnuts.
You do?
Yep. They're brain food.
I don't. I'd have
That's
to
what I was
double
lied to,
check
at
on
least,
that.
and told.
And they may be, but
They're
we would need to get an update from somebody like Jermaine or somebody.
There's no way those things are brain food. What are they providing you?
I think maybe some of the things that they told us about eating raw, well, everything they've told us, but I think the whole, because I went through this stage, the eating raw almonds thing.
It doesn't help.
I don't know.
It does not help.
I don't do it anymore. We need to ask Jermaine or somebody.
It can make you sick.
I'd rather go with a nutritional coach to tell me, not wherever we hear all this stuff. All right, switching gears. Ryan Fowler joined us at 7:30 today. Roll Tide Ryan Fowler walked us through some things. Bama's going through the 7 stages of grief, and they got embarrassed by Indiana, 38-3 in their last game of the year this year in the Rose Bowl, and by a former Alabama assistant that none of their fans knew who he was when he was there. Okay, I can't remember what Signetti did. I think he was wide receivers and something else, either special teams or recruiting coordinator, which is odd that he would be recruiting coordinator. But my thought there is if he was, and I'm not sure that he was, then because of his organizational structure and because they already had some dogs on the staff that would do whatever it took to go big game hunting, that he was able to deploy everybody in the right way, space, and so on to make it all happen, because I don't think that there is a piece of lint in Kurt Signetti's office this morning or in his car. That's what I believe. I know that when I got in Dan Mullen's Mercedes years ago to drive 200 yards from Shapley's to the Hilton on County Line, there was nothing in there. It was spotless.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of coaches are not that organized, and I think you damn near have to be in that. I think Kiffin's the same way.
OCD,
but
ADD,
all of it.
I mean, big time. You need all of it.
Absolutely.
You need a dose of each.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
You need a shot of each. There's several shots that you need of your DNA to be a really good coach. I don't care what sport, to be a really good coach, but we're talking Cignetti and Saban. And he also said that he had never learned as much in his life as he did when he spent that. Think about that. He was around some good coaches, and Cignetti's dad was a legendary coach. So he was cut from a very fundamentally sound, coaching tree. And he said it was like a PhD in minutes, be coaching under Nick Saban during that time. Was he the recruiting coordinator?
He was. As long as that's what RC stands for.
That tells me his meticulous, focused, organizational structure approach, and the fact that he was always there early and late and responsible, that he could be the driving force for the Alabama recruiting machine because he knew exactly how to deploy everybody.
Right. Yeah, I don't see him going.
And he had a stack on every recruit.
Yeah.
Mom, dad, who else you needed to know in and around that community or the family, which a lot of coaches are not willing to do.
No, he sat at the front of the room and said, here's your territory. You're going here, you're going here, you're going here, and go hit this one, this one, and this one. Thank you. See y'all later.
And give Saban credit. Now, Saban is obviously really bright, but to bring in a guy like Cignetti,
no doubt,
that's not wired like a lot of the alpha dogs that he had on his staffs over the years of just, football coaches who were like, just show me which way to go with my Alabama pullover and I'll get some players, right?
Right.
Cignetti, can you imagine all the different meetings they were all in and how many of the guys walked out and would shake their head and laugh and go, they may like him, but they're like, that guy's weird.
Yeah.
But the quirky weird guy won a national championship at Indiana. And he went through Bama, Oregon, and Miami. All big brands. Indiana went through Bama, Oregon, and Miami. They didn't go through James Madison or Tulane and then Texas Tech and then, whatever. He went through Bama, Oregon, and Miami after going undefeated.
They're definitely still in stage one of grief.
And no one in the country could name another player other than maybe late in the season, Fernando Mendoza. And people couldn't still struggle to say the name Cignetti the right way. Who knew that Bartu, when he threw him out 8 years ago, and I thought it was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. He was like, there's this guy, how he talked, James Madison. And I'm going, what are you talking about?
Keep going.
And he's been in Alabama under Saban and blah, 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 blah. Hey, we are the Out of Bounds Show, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Check out the wings and oyster po' boy at Martin's in Livingston. And Martin's Market has those breakfast sandwiches this morning. Grab one for you and two for us.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
Because this is not okay. It's just not.
And we're off once again. Good morning. Out of Bounds. 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Brought to you by the Betrayal Bowl. Lane Kiffin against everybody, September 19th. Lane against Ole Miss. Can you imagine the intensity level by Friday, but then Saturday morning in Oxford, Mississippi, as people start to make their way to the Grove for a 6:30 kickoff? Lane Kiffin and LSU and Ole Miss in the Betrayal Bowl. Can you imagine what you could cut it? It'll be so thick. The intensity level going in the game, and then about 6 o'clock in the stadium. I mean, Ole Miss wants to win that game so bad, they're losing their mind at that point. And then Lane's walking around on the field before the game.
In purple and gold.
In purple and gold. And the visor and all that. And Pete Golding will be in red and blue and his visor. We have visor versus visor.
Love it.
Both of those guys are big visor guys. In Lane Kiffin and Pete Golding. And both are totally different. Right? You got 30A Lane, sure, Manhattan Beach Lane, and you got Deer Camp Pete. I mean, this is it's incredible. One's offense, one's defense. You know, one looks like he played at Delta State.
Right.
One looks like, you know, he played at Fresno State and coached at Southern Cal twice. Once as an OC, kind of.
That's right.
I guess, with Norm Chow or quarterback coach, whatever he was. And then as the head coach.
He was there.
Yeah. Lane. So, Alice Beach Lane against Deer Camp Pete. Yeah.
You think they
I mean, Lane's going to drive an Audi.
Yeah.
Pete's driving a pickup truck.
Sure.
Or, a very masculine SUV. Is that fair? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just trying to think of an example of that.
like a Yukon.
Well, Yukons are, yeah.
Yeah.
An Ollie. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
So you've got Duck Camp Pete and Alice Beach Lane in the Betrayal Bowl. It's going to be wild.
That's going to be a dangerous place.
Yeah.
I
I think it'll be okay for the most part.
It will.
You know, you may have one or two Yahoos out of 64,000, but I think it's going to be fine. They'll be, Key Carter and his administration will be prepared.
Oh, it'll be fine for them. Yeah.
They'll have people everywhere you need to have them. Now there's going to be a lot of juiced up,
fans are
SEC fans,
a little bit different,
and nobody gets juiced up and hot and bothered like SEC fans, especially if you feel like a jilted lover or a scorned. Lane left us. He was ours first, and not only left us, but left us in the. I mean, it wasn't his fault, the timing,
right?
But he still had to leave when he had to leave, and he left us in the greatest season we've ever had in the 100+ year history of playing football. Storylines, Netflix series for days. Then he decides to trash us in a Vanity Fair article, and he still doesn't even believe that he said anything wrong.
No.
Like, that doesn't That doesn't compute with Lane. Lane's like, I just said what I believe in what I said. And then he hired Ed Ogeron, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
He goes by a few different things. Eddie Ogeron, Ed Ogeron, who also coached at Ole Miss. And Ed doubles down on what Lane said in the Vanity Fair article.
Yep.
And Ole Miss fans are like, stop.
That's coordinated.
Kicking us. The Dancing Rabbit Golf text line is 601-885-3776. Come on, OOB Nation. Where are you listening from? How are you listening? And what's on the menu this weekend? If you answer those 3 questions on the text line, that's how you enter. And you could win 2 rounds of golf to Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, an out-of-bounds Patriot hat. That's our red, white, and blue logo. Looks great. And then we'll throw in some Tito's swag. That's how you enter. 601-885-3776. Yeah, no, I mean, it's yoga pants versus camo cutoff shorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know damn well that Pete Golding's got some camo cutoff shorts. There's no question.
Holes in them. Been running around out there in the country.
Yeah. I mean, Lane likes to fish saltwater.
Yeah.
But he's not a hunter.
Nah, I got a feeling his type
He's
of
not a
fishing-
golfer. And
He probably doesn't touch a fish either. I don't blame him.
I don't know about that. I think there's pictures that he used to post of him with the big marlins or whatever they were. Yeah,
I'm talking about slicing and dicing them.
Oh, nah. I mean, he's obviously bringing them in for somebody to
See,
fillet.
I think Pete might want to do it himself.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt that Pete has killed a deer and skinned it.
Oh, no doubt. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just something that he's done while sipping on a cold beer and listening to Waylon and not thinking twice about it.
Is there something mounted in his living room?
I would think
Maybe not the living
there's
room.
a possibility in the living room there's something mounted in his house.
What about Lane?
No.
Nothing mounted.
Well, he could have mounted one of those
Fish.
big saltwater fish, yeah.
I don't even see him doing that.
I don't think Lane cares about
Fish.
furniture or accessories
Taxidermy.
or tables and side things in his house whatsoever.
Nah.
I just don't think he does. I'm not saying that. I mean, he goes in. Look, in Baton Rouge when he moved, there was a decorator, took care of everything.
Yeah.
It was set up by the second day he walked in from the building after putting in 18 hours. It looks nice. He should have gotten all of his stuff from Muskelly Furniture. I don't know if he did.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, it's not something that Lane thinks twice about.
Right.
He's on the other.
That's true.
He's in a different deal. Who knows? You know, Lane's dating life was a discussion around the state of Mississippi with Ole Miss fans, and I guess to a certain extent others. But who knows who he's hanging out with for the big red, white, and blue America 250 summer.
We were corrected.
Oh, what?
RT on the text line. Lane's man cave has his Grand Slam mounts. So he's talking about the fish.
Boom.
They are. Okay, how about that?
So he's got his big fish
Yeah,
in his man cave.
I'm looking at you different.
Really?
That fish out of here.
Whoa.
How big a fish are we talking here? This ain't a 7-pound bass. This ain't just up there on the wall. We're talking about, well, these are huge.
Oh, he goes out
Like the
off
billfish.
of Boca Raton,
Yeah, right.
and I mean, it's some big, beautiful fish that he has, showed over the years.
He's suspended from the ceiling? That's a big fish to be put on a wall.
Yeah, but you can easily put 4 over there on that wall. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a picture. And maybe there was one when he did the big cat thing. I don't know where they were, though. They may have been in his office at LSU, maybe not in his house. We are the Out of Bounds Show. We're driven by your next GMC Yukon Denali from FowlerGMC.com. Brandon Pearl. What?
Maybe your fan base would rather lose to Alabama.
Out of Bounds, ESPN 1059 The Zone, brought to you by Stella Artois and Wings. That's a winning combination for our World Cup men's soccer team. Live in the Bank Plus studio. Out of Bounds. We're on Spotify. Search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. Show is brought to you by Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. He sold a Strong River property couple of weeks ago and then sold another off-market property. So he does that because he's connected. Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. If you're looking for a hunting camp, that property, that farmland, Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group, 601-408-5155. This is a beautiful piece of property that he sold down there by Strong River. And then he sold another one up in the Delta on both sides of the levee. And then he sold another off-market in the Delta too. So Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. My favorites in the SEC this year for football, I'm going LSU and Lane Kiffin, and Georgia and Kirby Smart. I do love the Texas love, and we'll see what Sark and Arch do. And Will Muschamp, defensive coordinator. Ole Miss and Mississippi State play Texas back-to-back. Back-to-back weeks later in the year, both in Austin. And we'll see how that looks by the time that plays out. What is this? Jackson is mean to me on the Out of Bounds show text line. I'll get him straight. Thank you.
That's my sister.
Oh, is that Jordan?
Yeah.
Probably. Well, she's cooler than you.
Yeah, she thinks.
No.
No,
She
welcome.
is. No doubt about it.
She's welcome.
And she's better looking than you.
She's also welcome for that.
Well, I don't know about that.
She looks a lot like me.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, there's some similarities, but because I thought she was your girlfriend the first time I ever met her. Now, the reason why is because y'all were just standing beside each other. And I was doing the show.
Right.
And so I didn't know, I can't hear you when I have the headsets on.
Right.
And she comes in, and she's a former volleyball player.
And soccer.
And she looks like it.
Oh.
And then I'm like, oh, this is Jackson's girlfriend. Cool. And then I realized once I walk over, the brother-sister banter is underway.
She's welcome for the.
She's cooler than you
for the athleticism, the looks, the rep.
No, I think she actually trumps you. In athleticism and looks.
If she does, it's because I taught her.
Did you show her your volleyball skills?
Yeah, early on, no doubt. We had a pool.
Oh, okay. So pool volleyball.
Oh, it was on full display.
Okay.
She had to learn from somewhere.
Okay. That's funny that she texted us that.
She was an all-state soccer player. I'll give her that.
That's great.
Yeah, she played in a big old all-star game there. She was really good at soccer.
All right. Lane Kiffin, here's a picture. He lands a Florida record 62-inch trumpet fish.
No way.
I think. I don't know if this is AI generated, but I do remember when this happened a couple of years ago, so I don't think it is. And this is from RT.
All right, you mount that.
Yeah.
You got to mount that.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot for me to mount anything, but that's something I'm mounting.
Sure. Also, RT says, I rolled the tetherball court at Strong River. Nice.
Tetherball would be lit.
Yeah, I remember playing tetherball as a kid.
See, we didn't even know what it was.
I didn't. So it didn't impress me that much. I didn't play. I mean, there were times where I'd play a good bit, like just one day.
Right.
But not like for months or years.
No way.
No. No, but for whatever reason, that was what was on a lot of our playgrounds or when we went to camps during my childhood. I don't know why that was.
Well, it's easy.
I don't know why, because it's cheap. It's a pole
and a ball.
and it's a
string
and a ball.
Yeah.
and
Smack it around.
and it keeps kids, doing something for a few minutes, maybe up to 30 minutes.
It's actually a pretty good invention.
I don't think there's any doubt.
To
I mean,
wear the kids
those
out.
simple games are, and it made you think a little bit,
Yeah.
move. So those are things that all of us still need, but definitely during that time too. Yeah.
So what I mean, all right, I don't know. What would it take for you to mount something at the house, though? It's going to take a lot, but what?
What would it take?
Like,
for
what
me?
would you? What would it have to be? What is mountable in the Bounds household? Like, I'm not seeing a deer head. I don't think that's.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
think,
doing
I don't
that.
care how big a deer
I mean,
is.
it wouldn't be. It'd have to be in my room.
Right.
So I would, if I went and caught some kind of billfish,
Right.
I may consider it. If I met Bartu in Oregon and shot an elk,
Yes. Yeah.
but I
Still have to be a
this
trophy,
doesn't
though,
do a
right?
lot for me. But I understand that men and women
I love it.
go hunting or fishing, and whatever it is they catch or shoot, and they want to get it. They want to send it to the taxidermy or whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
buddy. That's it.
Yeah. You'd have been great running a taxidermy
I
shop.
would have hated that.
I don't think that would have worked out for you.
Uh-uh.
You've been better off with a.
I don't know. They work at their own hours, don't they? I mean, they can, surely.
I would.
They drop the thing off to you and come get it in a few days,
Yeah,
if not week.
that's true.
So you can work.
You
throughout
would have
the
been
night.
better off opening a Shipley's.
Oh, yes.
But an elevated,
Oh, love
because of your pastry chef background
Right.
during COVID, it would have been an elevated Shipley's bakery. Maybe deli and bakery. Maybe you mix in one or two things Italian,
Yeah.
and then you also have these cookies that you
Yeah, I
talked
like
about.
that. That's where we're at. I like that.
Yeah,
There was a
I can't believe you made like $15,000
I can't believe
baking cookies.
I had nothing else to do.
No, I mean it was COVID.
I wasn't going to work.
You weren't going to work, so
That
you
wasn't
said,
happening.
"I'll bring people here."
Yeah, bring the money to me.
Right.
Why would I leave?
You were doing 48 cookies a night.
Easily. And sometimes even sometimes upwards of whatever 90. That was at 96. Yeah, we do it twice.
Grinded.
But yeah, that was a stretch. I mean, you got.
Would you put them in like?
Well, I didn't have a KitchenAid mixer in the beginning,
Oh,
so I didn't have a mixer.
so how did that work?
All by hand.
Really?
Every bit of it. Until I got a mixer for Christmas from some of my lady friends that wanted to.
Are they on the Christmas list?
They are.
Is this ex-girlfriends or ex-girlfriends' moms?
Nah, business partner.
Business partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got this mixer,
The mixer was clutch.
and that kind of
God almighty.
did that totally change the game for
Yeah, I
you?
went from like 36 a night to at least, from 24, 36 a night to easy 48, even 70. Or,
Nice.
crank
So
it
that's
up.
a big.
Oh, the ROI was pretty hefty
Okay.
on the mixer.
And these ladies gave you one?
Yeah, I didn't realize how much mixers were. They're expensive.
Aren't they like $300?
Yeah, like a KitchenAid, like a real deal KitchenAid mixer. Oh yeah, $299 minimum.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. Now that Wendy's baking bread all the time.
Is she mixing?
Yeah. Yeah. She's got this.
She has to.
Yeah.
Is it a KitchenAid mixer, or does she have one of those old school? They used to have
I'm
those
not
old school
sure.
prongs?
I'm not usually there when that happens.
Love the prong mixers.
I'll have to ask her, and we'll talk about it
Yeah, I'd
on
like
the
to
air.
know.
Jermaine sent me a mixer, and I sent it to Wendy. I can't remember if Wendy got that one. But now that she's committed on the homemade bread deal, because
Love
she's making at least a loaf, if not two a week.
Really?
Oh,
So
yeah.
she's churning.
There's been some weeks more. But there hasn't been a week in weeks, other than like when we went to Washington, D.C., that we haven't had two loaves.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's bacon.
I know it. Roll Tide, Ryan Fowler, coming up next on the Out of Bounds Show. Is Alabama's football program imploding? Coming up next, Roll Tide, Ryan Fowler on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line.